Hey guys, and welcome to day one of my CEC training, which stands for Create, Engage, Capture. I created this acronym because it's the bare bones fundamentals, and it's the fundamentals that matter the most. So we want to create an effective blog, engage with our audience, and then capture the visitors to our site. Visitors to our site become repeat visitors, they become subscribers, and they become what I like to call true fans. True fans are really what you want. These are people that will follow everything that you do, watch everything and read everything that you put out, and even buy anything that you tell them to buy. So today is day one, and that means the topic of today is to create. I'm gonna go through creating a piece of effective content with you that is optimized, that is ready and primed to generate visitors, to generate traffic, generate leads. I should first mention that if you're not even up to speed with creating your first piece of content, then go back to my blog on selfmadenewbie.com. Go to Start Here. On there, it's the initial steps, finding a host, getting a domain, all that stuff, as well as some of what we're going to talk about here. But you need to have a domain first before this training will make sense to you. So go through the training in the link in the description, and then when you've gone through that, come back and watch this. So let's dive in, and you can watch me create a piece of content, and then you can see what I do and go back to your blog and do the same thing on there. Now, written content is something where the more you create, the better. Just keep pumping out as much content as you can, whether it's on written format or video, or if you're into Pinterest or whatever. Audio is big now too. With written content, there are 4 steps that you should follow. Number 1 is to simply think of a topic. What do you want to write about? Number 2 is gather keywords around that topic that you want to try to rank for. Low competition keywords. Number 3 is structure your post. And number 4 is optimize your post. So in this example, I'm going to choose the topic of basketball. Let's say, I'm a basketball coach. I'm happy with what I do. It is my passion, but I'm not really making that much money. So what I want to do is spread my fingers out, if you wish, and start creating a blog and teaching people basketball skills around the world. So here I've opened up a blog post by clicking on post and then add new. And here it's wanting a title and the rest of my content. So the first thing I'm gonna do is let's do, top of my head, basketball dribbles. So I'm thinking of a topic, and it's how to dribble in basketball. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go to my keyword planner. So step 1 is my topic, basketball skills or drills. Okay, so what I'm doing here is logging in to Google Keywords. I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna type in how to dribble in basketball. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down and leave all that the way it is. Search in America, sure. Get ideas. Now, this is step 2, finding keywords. So as you can see, how to dribble for basketball has low competition, and it has a search of 1,900 searches. So this is actually an okay keyword. If we go to it in Google, how to dribble a basketball, basketball for coaches, there's a bunch. You got Wikipedia, you got a few other blogs. Okay, let's go back to our keyword planner. So what we want to do is we want average monthly searches to be around about, let's say, 200. Let's say around 200 views. So we're gonna make our competition, we're gonna sort our competition from low to high. Maybe it'll let me. Okay, So we've got these keywords here now: basketball dribbling goggles, basketball dribbling training. High competition though. Okay, we want low competition, but with around about, you know, this number is good. Now, because what most people do is they try to rank for one keyword, but we're gonna rank for like a bunch of little ones and then they all add up. So rather than try to find one keyword that has 1,000 searches, we can try and rank for 5 that have 200, and that equals 1,000. So medium competition, low competition, round about 200 or even 100. Best basketball drills, here's one. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna remember that it was around about, it was above 200, and I'm just gonna chuck it in my post there. Here's one, best shooting fundamentals. Yeah, maybe we could, even though we're doing dribbling, right now this is sort of a process of brainstorming. And you just basically go through and you'll start getting ideas for other posts, like youth basketball drills. Okay, that could be a whole other piece of content. Let's get one more. We can go to the next page. The numbers are not actually in order, but we're low competition. Basketball dribbling techniques. And there's one, dribbling exercises. So let's get both of those. Okay. So we're gonna keep our main keyword since it was low competition and had 1,900 searches a month. But we're gonna throw these other ones in there, which were roughly 200 each. So we're potentially gonna reach about, you know, we can potentially reach about 3,000 visitors a month. So I'm gonna keep the title, How to Dribble. Let's keep the main words in caps, in basketball. And now I need to think of some subheadings. So what we do when we make a blog is you start to create a skeleton and then start fleshing it out with content. So we have our main heading, and then I'm gonna go straight into the subheadings. So techniques would be a good one. Okay, let's start on the techniques. What was that? Oops. Basketball dribbling techniques. That's going to be one of my subheadings. So I'm going to make that heading 2. And then after you have a technique, we can do best basketball drills. Okay, so you've learned the technique and now you want to drill them. So that'll be my heading 2 as well. And then dribbling exercises, maybe I can expand on the drills a little bit. And basketball shooting fundamentals, maybe I can make another post on that. So what you want to aim for is about, let's go with 5 keywords, 5 or 6 keywords that you want to aim for here. And you want to include each keyword sorry, about 2 or 3 times each, okay, including your heading. It's always good to include your heading again very naturally in the opening paragraphs. So I'll say something like, today we're going to look at some ways you can improve how to dribble in basketball. And then I might go on to say dribbling is fundamental and important because it's kind of like an overview. And then I've got my dribbling techniques. Okay, so I don't know so much about basketball, but we could go there are many techniques, etc., etc. And then I might do a heading 3, right? Like doing basketball crossovers, right? That's when you drag the ball from one side of your body to the other. And we're gonna make that a heading 3. And then we could talk about that. We could make it, we could do like crossovers. What's another one? Like behind the back, you know, under the legs, you know, all kinds of dribbling techniques. Then we could go down here and do drills and be like, you can't get good at technique without learning, again, the best basketball drills. See how I'm putting my title into the opening paragraph, but in a very natural way. And then you could say, here are a few, and then you could, you know, go into some drills. And again, let's do a drill like a cone, you know, one-handed cone relays, you know, going between the cones. I don't know, I don't play basketball, but this is, if you play basketball, you'll know what drills you do in practice. And then we could get into drilling exercises. Again, maybe these could be games, you know, maybe you could distinguish the difference between exercises and games. You know, so you could do, there are extra exercises you can do. I don't know, let's just say, because I can't think of anything, piggy in the middle game. And you can, you know, passively rank for some of these random terms that you'll throw into your post, yeah. So we're getting like this basic structure, okay, using headings. Structure is very important when creating a blog post, and you should always approach a blog, but as I said, by creating a skeleton and then adding content and headings and fleshing it out, and then adding content underneath like you just saw me do. The next stage in creating a blog, so we've thought of a topic, we've gotten our keywords in there, and we have added a bit of structure, is to now optimize it. So Google loves different kinds of media, so written, that's nicely spaced and nicely organized, pictures, video links, links to other articles within your blog, which keeps people at your blog for a longer time, which Google likes. So these are just some things to make note of when you're optimizing your blog. Number one, we use headers. The use of headers is absolutely crucial. Number two, blog articles that are roughly 1,200 words tend to rank the highest. Okay, a lot of research has been done around that, so try to get your content around that number. Also, don't copy and paste from other websites and try to curate and rank for other people's content. It doesn't work. Your content must be unique. Google knows if you've copied content. Also, limit the use of passive voice that you use when creating a post. So for example, active voice is, I dribble a basketball, and a passive voice would be, the basketball is dribbled by me. Stay below 20% passive voice. Another thing is that when you're writing paragraphs, keep them short and snappy and flowing and not too dense, okay? Between headings, Google doesn't like paragraphs to be longer than 300 words. So really take advantage of headings and making your content really readable. Also, making your site as fast as possible is really important for SEO. And something else Google really likes, this is a really important one. So what you want to do is make your images smaller before you upload them. So let me show you really quickly how you do that. We're gonna take an image, how to dribble. So this is my Google search. If you're wondering what this is, it's a plugin called Keywords Everywhere. So you can download that and also have a second opinion on how to rank your keywords. Also, when you search, you can scroll down the bottom, there'll be some keywords here too that show you, that will give you some ideas for content essentially. and how those words rank. So low competition with high volume is good. So let's keep it how to dribble a basketball. Let's go to images. One thing you want to do when you're searching for images is don't get caught using other people's images. So you just go to tools here when you search, and you go to usage rights, and you go to labeled for reuse. And these images are fine to use. So let's take a video of someone dribbling. I don't know, let's take this dude, and we're gonna take, actually let's get a higher quality one. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, so a higher quality, we're gonna save that. Okay, we're gonna save that, and then we're gonna go to a site called tinypic.com. And what tinypic.com is it makes your images smaller in file size while maintaining the quality. So we're gonna find our tinypic.com. There's our image there. We're gonna upload it, image, resize, let's do default, and upload it. And let's do this capture. And this keeps your images small. The more images you have in your site, you know, the heavier it can become. So keep your images optimized. Okay, and there's our image right there. So as you can see, it's maintained its integrity, and we can save that as, and do dribble, and I'll just tag it small in caps so I know what it is. I'm going to go back to my blog post, and I am going to, you can just drag them in these days with the new WordPress, drag them right in. And we have an image right there. And there it is. And if you want to edit your image, another good idea, another way to rank is you can put your keyword right here as well in the title of your image. So how to dribble in basketball, because you never know. Sometimes when people are browsing for images, they might click through to where the image is coming from and click through to your website, and you know, that's traffic. Get traffic where you can. Alt text we can maybe add, so when you highlight the picture, it will come up there too. So there we go, we've got some pictures. We could link videos in there, and whatever you want really. So remember to always set up your blog in that way. Think of a topic that you maybe want to talk about, throw it into Google Keywords. That might come up with related ideas. It might even come up with better topics for you to use. There are things you know, there are things you don't know, and there are things you don't know that you don't know. And that's where services like Google can come in. You might not have thought of a topic that it's gonna pump out and show you, and you can think, oh, this has better competition, better search volume, I'm gonna use that as the topic. So think of a roundabout title, throw it into keyword search, keyword planner, and get about 5 or 6 keywords, put them in your post. Try to get each keyword naturally in your content around about 2 or 3 times. Structure using headings, getting your word counts to around 1,200 words using lots of different media. Trying not to use so much passive voice, and of course making your content unique and not plagiarizing. Once you have all that done, hit publish, and your post is out there. It's ready to start being engaged with. It's like, as the saying goes, if you build it, they will come. Well, that's a little bit too passive for my liking. I'd rather go and get people to visit my site, which is why the video training tomorrow is about engaging. We're gonna go get those people. we're gonna offer value, and we're gonna bring them to your site in order to get value from the content that you've just created. Remember that your audience should be the source of your content. You know, it's much less hassle for you to sit there and try to think of a topic when you can just engage and listen to what people want. Engagement is everything, which is why tomorrow's training, the entire thing, is going to be purely, again, over the shoulder, but based on engagement, how to do it well, where to do it, and how to do it in a way that drives traffic to your content. So I'll see you then.